Hello, dear friends. How are you? Welcome back to this new live session. And again, it is great to see you all again here. Welcome back to all those who have been joining us every live stream. Good morning for all the people here in America. Good evening for the people in Europe, and good night for the people in Asia. Thank you again for being part of this great community, and thank you for sharing our content with your friends, colleagues, and for all your comments. This really motivates us a lot to continue this great mission. I would like to remember you that our main purpose with this series of interviews is to share what homeopathy has brought to our lives, speaking about teachings, life experiences, personal growth, professional success. And actually, this is an interview that I was waiting also because she is a very enthusiastic and wonderful woman. She is a medical doctor from Bucharest in Romania. She graduated from the Faculty of Medicine and Pharmacy, Carol Davila, in 1996. And in her last years as a student, she learned for the first time about classical homeopathy. After graduation from another faculty in public relations and communication, she returned to her real calling, treating people as best as she can. And she graduated from the homeopathy course organized by the Bucharest Center of Excellence and the e-learning course from the International Academy of Classical Homeopathy. Now, she is practicing as general practitioner and homeopath in Bucharest. So please help me to give a warm welcome to dear Dr. Cristina Georgescu. Hello, dear
Hello,
Cristina.
hello
How are
everybody.
you? How
Hello.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope everybody is well. In
Yes,
Romania,
what?
it's snowing a lot, so we are
Really?
yes, we have a very white
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, here, in Mexico, the city is like we have the we have all the weathers. We can be on even on this season of the year, and in some parts of Mexico there is a lot of heat, and in some parts is snowing. So
very
we are.
nice. You have all the seasons in one country, not one place.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. We have all the seasons, we have all the views, we have mountains, we have it is wonderful. Yes.
it's same for
Yes.
Romania. For Romania, mountains and sea,
Uh-huh.
everything in the
Uh,
same surface.
yes, I think that Romania is a beautiful country also, right?
You should come and visit us.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I
You're
hope
welcome.
soon.
You're welcome to come to
Okay.
have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I am going to ask to the people if they can please share with us if the transmission is okay, if the sound is okay, please, so we can continue with this wonderful interview. Okay, so let's go to our thing, to our interview, please. So, dear Christina, you studied your career as a medical doctor. Okay, at what moment did you decide to study homeopathy? Could you please share with us what were the reasons, what motivates you uh, to take this decision?
Well, I dreamt to become a doctor since I was 12.
Okay.
Not not only like a little girl dream, but constantly I
Mm-hmm.
dreamt to be a doctor.
Okay.
And I met homeopathy
Mm-hmm.
during my last year, as you said before. I don't know
Yeah.
where you have this information.
I have superpowers.
Yes, I'm sure of that. Uh, I met homeopathy during a severe case of chronic urticaria
Uh-huh.
on the last year of my training as a medical doctor, uh,
Mm-hmm.
which failed to be cured by
Mm-hmm.
allopathic treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And that changed my life because
Mm-hmm.
finally the saying there is no disease, only patients
Mm-hmm.
became more than a slogan. For me,
Mm-hmm.
at least, it was extremely important. And that
Mm-hmm.
was the moment I decided
To study.
to study. I never broke the liaison
Uh-huh.
with the
Uh-huh.
connection with medicine and with homeopathy, but I've heard about EACH even that time
Uh-huh.
at the beginning of the 20s,
Uh-huh.
2000, the year 2000 and after.
Uh-huh.
But it was a very strange environment, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't follow then, but lately I go back, and that's it.
Okay, okay. So you knew about homeopathy fiercely in the university, right? And
Yeah,
you then, and then you
but not
started.
officially, but not
Okay.
officially, not in the university. It
Uh-huh.
was between my colleagues. It was a colleague of mine who used to use plants a lot,
Okay.
and
Okay.
she introduced me to some other colleagues
Mm-hmm.
who were at the beginning of their training in homeopathy, and
Mm-hmm.
so on so far.
Okay, okay, okay. So the whole environment runs they took you to take that decision, right? So the whole environment where you was involved in that time.
And that's saying, I all the time I heard, they are not diseases, only patients. Please don't treat diseases, treat the patients. But I never saw
Mm,
during the faculty and after that, until classical homeopathy, I didn't see this kind of approach,
okay.
this kind of individualized medicine.
Session. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay, we are okay with the comments. And what impact has homeopathy had on your life? In this time, you decided to study homeopathy, and then you began to learn and learn. And after that, what happened? What was the impact on your life when you decided to study homeopathy?
It was huge and huge impact,
Uh huh.
because that's for sure, like I said before.
Uh
But
huh.
only after e-learning course from academy, I
Mm-hmm.
learned how to treat in this way. Because
Okay.
until then, I saw the others
Mm-hmm.
treating the person, not the
Mm,
disease,
yes.
and I was very eager to be trained in this kind of treatment of medicine, and
Mm-hmm.
only after that I had the knowledge to do it.
Okay.
Additionally, homeopathy was the only one who the only one that helped me when I became patient.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Another important impact, you can say, because right now only homeopathy help me, not it helps
Uh-huh.
not um, conventional treatment for me.
Okay, okay. So you have treated yourself
Not me.
practically. uh,
I never treat myself. It's a rule, if you remember.
Yes, I mean that you prefer to treat yourself with homeopathy than with conventional medicine.
Because it proved to be much better, and I feel
Mm,
well. I have the energy to do things. I can follow my dreams. I can
okay.
work. Otherwise, I will be
Mm,
on in, I don't know,
mm-hmm.
um, meal on wheel,
Okay,
something like
okay.
that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sorry,
Yes.
this is the real true.
They're real true. Yeah, I know. Sometimes these kind of sensitive things sometimes are very difficult to say in front of the camera or in front of social media, about this. But as
I
you
don't say
say,
more. I don't say
yeah,
more.
as you say,
It's enough.
as you say, is the truth, is the life, is what we see every day, is what we see with ourselves. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, maybe we can put these sensitive questions to the other live session. Okay.
We'll see, or maybe on the island.
Yeah. And could you please share with us what is the current status of homeopathy in Romania? How accepted is it, the homeopathy?
Well, in Romania, only those with medical and pharmaceutical studies can
Mhm,
practice as therapeutes or pharmacists, of course,
mhm,
depends.
mhm,
And only after they graduate, after another course made from Ministry of Health.
mhm.
Um, at the end of this course, they should pass on a very strict exam,
Uh-huh.
and Ministry of Health give them the competency in doing homeopathy.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, this course it's a medley one,
Okay.
very heterogeneous, let's say,
Mhm,
with
mhm,
a lot of info, but not so well structured for myself, at least.
mhm, mhm,
And this is the reason I think, my personal belief,
mhm,
many Romanian doctors with competency in homeopathy from
mhm,
Ministry of Health
mhm.
followed, completed the course from EACH,
Okay.
and they are really practicing classical homeopathy. They are really practicing, first of all.
Okay.
Let's remember, George Vithoulkas is Doctor Honoris Causa at two prestigious Romanian medical universities,
Mhm.
like Julius Hațeganu from Cluj
Okay.
and Dr. Babeș from Timișoara.
Uh-huh.
And he has many papers in the medical journal
Mhm.
with cases treated with homeopathy by Romanian doctors.
Okay. Okay.
If I may, I can show you some of these papers.
Sure. Let
I will
me. Uh-huh.
try to share my screen.
Okay. In the meantime, I would like to ask to the public. This is a question that I add in the sessions in Spanish, but I think that I never asked to the people in the English language about how is the acceptance of homeopathy in your country. I think that this is a very interesting topic because we have public from all over the world. So I would like to ask you if you can share your country in the comments in the chat box, And if you can tell us a little bit about how is the acceptance of homeopathy in your country, I will be very happy to read your comments. And so please share with us how, what country you are from, and how is the acceptance of homeopathy in your country. Okay.
So you can see here one in Journal Medicine and Life.
Mm-hmm.
Very interested study from a case report
Mm-hmm.
about prolonged postoperative coma. It was published in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one from Wiley Online Library,
Uh-huh.
another clinical case reports from myasthenia gravis therapy
Uh-huh.
and individualized homeopathy. As I said, this is
Okay.
the center of for me,
Mm-hmm.
individualized.
Mm-hmm.
And another one, homeopathic treatment for postpartum depression, another case report.
Okay.
You can see in all of this, Professor Vitaly Văcăraș is at shoulder to shoulder with George Vithoulkas,
Mm-hmm.
and they communicate a lot of about these cases in medical journals that not
Mm-hmm.
homeopathic. You can see here. I ask you, please put the links at
The
the end of
links.
the links to these
Mm-hmm.
articles if
Uh-huh.
somebody want to see them.
Okay.
And I have another participation at
Mm-hmm.
Harvard in 2018 at
Mm-hmm.
Harvard Medical School when
Mm-hmm.
it was another very interesting uh, study case, 100 case studies uh,
Mm-hmm.
about multiple sclerosis,
Uh-huh.
and poster again multiple sclerosis. It was
Mm-hmm.
there were a lot of interesting
Cases. Mm-hmm.
things about discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, something is wrong. Um, it was about the new theory, the
Mm-hmm.
continuum of unified theory of diseases. So, if I remember well, there were a lot of questions about this poster during the conference, and
Yes.
the doctors, the participants, the attendees,
Mm-hmm.
were
Mm-hmm.
very very interested about
That paper.
that paper. Yes,
Yes. Here, I would like to add that Dr. Sima also had an award in the Harvard University
at
for this
with
paper.
that occasion
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, yes. So if she's over there, I would like to send her a big hug and a real congratulations because all the work that she has done. And okay, here
And
we have.
she was working with our professor, Romanian professor Vitaly Văcăraș, at
Mhm.
that poster with that 100 cases with all the team from
Wonderful.
Cluj, from the
Uh-huh.
university
Wonderful.
from Cluj. And what I want to add,
Uh-huh.
I told you about the recognition of homeopathy in from the Ministry of Health.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the general population, even it's not very knowledgeable about
Mm-hmm.
homeopathy and homeopaths. Right now, homeopath because this is the reason. The reason is because homeopathy is seen like an over-the-counter medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Statistically,
Mm-hmm.
however, statistically, there is still 30 to 40% of general population in
Uh-huh.
treatment, in
Uh-huh.
homeopathic treatment,
Uh-huh.
and three-quarter of them are
Uh-huh.
children. So I think it's a
Wow.
good news for the future.
Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful.
They will
This
be
is.
homeopathic children, and they will become parents asking for homeopathy,
Mm-hmm.
because um, I just received a patient who come to me for something, doesn't matter, and he
Mhm.
said, I know because my kid, my girl, was treated with homeopathy and I was impressed. Now please treat me.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
As you know, yesterday I present my thesis for my official degree here in Mexico, and
congratulations again
thank
for
you,
this.
thank you, thank you very much. And I present I the my title was about the acceptance of homeopathy all over the world, and how is the acceptance of the medical doctors and the acceptance from the researchers. And interestingly, Europe was the continent that was more acceptance than all over the world, and there are a lot of publications and a lot of papers in Europe than in Mexico or in America. So I think that the future of homeopathy, the real research, the real um, this strength about homeopathy, I think that it could be in the universities of in some medical universities in Europe.
Uh,
So yeah.
or maybe because in Europe and United States they have more possibility to publish,
Hmm. Yes,
because
exactly.
I'm
That could
sure
be a reason.
there are
Hmm.
more experience in India, Asia, but I don't think they are trained, they are used to publish
Yes.
their observation.
Yes, I would like to add here some comments from Tamara Mariana Asensio. Hello, dear Mariana. Thank you very much for being here. Tamara Romaine. I don't know if my pronunciation is well, but
Romain.
she's
Hi, Tamara.
Romaine. Hi, hello, Tamara. She says hello to dear Cristina and Maria Fernanda. Hello, dear Tamara. Thank you for being here. Mirela Dancy. She says she's from Romania, and thank you very much for your comment. Also, Tamara Romain. She says in depth, congratulations, Maria. Thank you very much, dear Tamara, for your comments. I really appreciate it. So let's go to the next question about what difference did you see in your patients when you started applying homeopathy?
Um well, when I started applying,
Uh-huh,
it
exactly.
was way long
Uh-huh.
to see the difference,
Mhm,
but it's only one simple answer of that.
mhm, mhm,
On the long way run, they are
mhm,
happier and
mhm.
free to be themselves. This is what
Wonderful.
they used to tell me.
Uh-huh.
After at the beginning, they complain about too many follow-ups, about restriction, no coffee, interdiction,
Yes,
whatever.
yes. Mhm,
But with fewer drugs, faster healing, and no adverse effects,
mhm.
they are happy, and at the end, they become happier and free to be themselves. So
Wonderful.
we
Yes,
see. I still have a lot on at the beginning ongoing.
patience. Uh-huh. Wonderful. I really liked this answer because I think that you are like you give the exact points about they are what as you said, they are free and they are happy. Something that I don't know is not like the usual way of see the patient when in the conventional medicine. I think that I speak by myself. When I treat a patient, my most interesting interest is about see the patient happy, see the patient free, see how they can reach their objectives, their goals, their. And congratulations for this answer. I think that
This
you
is the
are.
not case. This is the not case. Only the but at the beginning, I remember a mother of a little
Mhm.
girl who used to give me only symptoms like being a disease,
Uh-huh.
and only one or two
Mhm.
complaining
Mhm.
the little girl is ill.
Okay.
And um, it took me, I think, 1 year
Wonderful.
explaining her, please let her be, let her express herself,
Yes.
don't
Yes.
suppress her.
Yes.
When the little one, another girl arrived, I
Mhm.
told her, I think she's left-handed.
Uh-huh.
Said, I don't know, maybe, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And after
Uh-huh.
some months, she
Uh-huh.
called me, you were right, she's left-handed. I think I should wait to correct her. What? Why?
Yes.
Why
Exactly.
should you?
Exactly.
Let her be. Let her manifest her creativity exactly how
How she
it
is.
doesn't matter if it's left or right-handed. And
Mhm.
after that, she told me, well, I am left-handed. My husband is left-handed. Her big sister is left-handed. But for all, we
Mhm.
have been corrected. So
Mhm.
when should I start? At all. Not at all.
Yes.
Please.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I think that when you treat patients through homeopathy, I think that you have this kind of observation about the people. You develop this kind of, I don't know if it's something related with the inner growing, that you start to see the patients as if they were people very close to you. You start to see the patient as if they were, I don't know, your very close friends, because you start to understand them in a different way, but of course with their proper
I remember something. Hearing
uh-huh.
you now, I remember what George used to say.
Mhm.
I think at the beginning of the course, I heard this.
Mhm.
Uh, when you become friend with a patient, please
Mhm.
refer him or her to
Mhm.
another therapeutic.
Uh-huh.
Because yes, maybe for them, for sure, I
Yes.
became her friend, her relative, whatever.
Yes.
They send me very emotional messages at the end of the
Yes.
last year. But in fact, I'm not their friend because
Yes.
otherwise I could
I
not
cannot
keep
help you.
my objectivity. I
Yes.
cannot keep my objectivity. But of
Yes.
course, I am on ongoing observation
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
medicine is based
Mhm.
on observation after all.
Mhm. Mhm.
You
Yes.
have to observe everything, every small
Yes. The detail. Yes, I remember that
detail,
class.
sign, whatever. Um, I, it's very hard for a mother to see above the coughing or the fever or whatever. But I have to ask, how are the hands? How is the cheeks?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't ask. I just observe.
Yes, yes, I remember this class of the professor. And yes, I totally agree. I mean that when you start to treating a patient, and as you say, you have to be and you have to watch every single detail. So you start to, like, to see the patient like with this inner observation. Like, I mean this
Inner
kind of
sight.
observation. Sometimes some things that are not like very obviously for other people, you start to see them in this way. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's
So
helpful.
exactly. Dear Maria, she says, hello, dear Fer and Cristina. Maria Corianopoulos.
Hello, Maria.
Hello, dear Maria. Thank you for being here. Also, I would like to also ask to the public about this way of thinking, this way of see the patient. I think that as homeopath, we see the patient very different to other therapies or to conventional doctors. I would like to ask them how they see the patients, because I think that this is also something about philosophical subjects that is very interesting to know about them. Okay,
You
so.
know, I think this observation, direct observation, was
Mhm,
much more developed in
mhm.
the last 3 years because of the situation, international situation, when
Yes,
I used to see the patients more on video and not
online.
directly, and
Yes.
uh, that that was the moment when I realized
Mhm.
something is missing. That direct
Yes,
observation,
the
it's
direct observation.
very
Yes.
important.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with you. The online is also very helpful because it's a tool
Yes, it
that
is.
we have, and we have to take it. But the direct observation, and I think that in the children are very important. Is the patients that I think that are most important to see them, like in all over the room. See them how they act, see them how they speak. Because when they are in front of the camera, they maybe are sometimes more timid, more
Subdued,
quiet. Yeah,
subdued, and shy.
yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
normal for little children.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So let's go to the next question about how do you feel about the results you have obtained by applying homeopathy with your patients?
I can use only two words,
Okay.
not two words, two idea:
Okay.
content and at peace.
Okay.
Because I'm helping them to be free, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
in line with my inner hope for a healthier population,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in line
Wonderful.
with what I always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Treat, to become a doctor and treat the patient, not from
No,
other
not
reasons.
to the pathology. Yes. Okay. This is
No,
a.
no. Sometime in Romania, decades ago, they said the doctors were doctors
Uh-huh.
from other reasons. No, the
Uh-huh.
doctors always wanted to help people to be healthier,
Mm.
and they
Yes.
try the best.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the thing. I think that as homeopath, as doctors, you always try your best. I think that this is something that we have to have in our minds. With your tools and with your knowledge, you will always try your best. So, if of course, if you have more information, if you are more prepared, you will do it better. So
And
I
never stop learning.
exactly never because.
Never stop learning. This was one of my lessons
Mhm,
during the years. Never
yes.
stop, because usually a person is on a learning curve,
Mhm,
and
mhm,
in with years,
mhm,
the curve is more a line than a
mhm,
curve.
mhm,
No, never stop. be curious and try and
Yes.
experience and
Yes.
ask questions. This is,
Yes.
I think it's very, very important to ask questions.
Yes, and above all, in homeopathy, as we know, is a science that I always make this joke with my colleagues or with my friends that if you want to become a real homeopath, you will never be bored. I am sure about that. You will
Exactly.
never be bored because you will have a lot to learn, and you have to have this in your mind, like very present, that you will never end studying. You will never end learning, and as professor says, you will keep learning till your last breath, because this is something that we have to have very 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 clear in our minds.
But you
And
need, you have to want to learn. If you
yeah,
said I know
exactly.
enough,
Uh-huh. You are,
and
yeah.
stop.
Just yes, in the time that you think that you know everything, you are stuck completely. You
Exactly. This
mhm.
is the word. You are stuck.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Please, could you share with us which homeopathy book has inspired you, and why?
Ah. Okay, let me
Mhm,
think.
mhm.
What inspired me at the beginning of my studies was new model of health
Yeah.
and disease.
Okay, okay.
That was, I think, the earthquake
Inspire you.
earthquake
Yes,
for me in
yes,
that moment. And
yes.
after that, I remember I read Essence of Materia Medica.
Mhm. Okay, okay. Wonderful.
So, but after that, all of them are
Okay.
inspiring. All of them means Kant, so Hahnemann, Börike, Vithoulkas. Of course, everything is it's a well of inspiration and
Mhm.
knowledge.
Yes. Yes, and here also this is a question that I would like to ask to the public about their book, their favorite book, the book that has this impact on their life about homeopathy. Because I think for me, homeopathy came to my life throughout a book, through the book of Professor Vithoulkas. And I remember that when I started
May
reading,
I ask you what was the book?
yeah, sure, of course, is also the I don't remember the name in English, is the well, here the science of homeopathy, but in English has another, is the
Science of Homeopathy.
well the
Science of Homeopathy is one of the best book I ever read.
uh-huh,
And at that moment, that time, I wasn't able to have, well, when I started, I wasn't able to have it.
uh-huh.
It's not the case anymore, but
Uh-huh. Yes, I think that the name is the laws and principles, about classical homeopathy. It was the name before, because I
any name. Okay. So
yeah, but
science of homeopathy and probably the level of health as well in the
yeah,
two
it's
volumes.
the two volumes exactly. So I remember that when I started reading this book, I was like, oh my God, I think that I have found more questions than replies in this book, and I wanted to learn and learn and learn more. And I think that this book really like opened my mind a lot. So this is a question that I really would like to ask to the public about their homeopathy book. And this is a question that I ask to a lot of people, because I am very interested about this. I think that we have a book that has changed our life, our lives. So if the public would like to share with us their favorite homeopathic book, or the homeopathic book that has inspired them a lot, is very welcome, and I would really love to read your comments.
For Romanian public, I can
Mm-hmm.
tell them in no more than 3 weeks from now, they will have the re-edited and added um, uh, edition of Science of Homeopathy in Romanian.
Mm, mm.
It's under printing right
Oh,
now, so
okay.
it will be just to be cut it, packed,
Okay,
and send it to
wonderful.
them.
Wonderful. So, congratulations for that, also. Wonderful. Yes. Okay, let's go to the next question. And it says, what benefits did you get from starting the e-learning program of Professor Vithoulkas?
Benefits.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Well, let's see. It was the
Uh-huh.
efficiency to treat the patients,
Mm-hmm.
and courage to start the practice, to treat them
Mm-hmm.
right away after I finish my training,
Okay.
after the course.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, I was a little bit lost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is because of another benefit, because of the
Yes.
structure.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me the structure and the rules to apply to this structure,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
go from there to be more like mathematics than literature, let's say.
Uh-huh.
With
Mm-hmm.
not so
Mm-hmm.
many words, but more principles and way to follow.
Okay.
Um Another benefit was the support
Mm-hmm.
I receive, that not only from the academy. I
Uh-huh.
have a huge support from
Mm-hmm.
all over the world
Mm-hmm.
because it's a network.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
From the beginning, you are inside a network of people who are
Mm-hmm.
thinking the same way.
A community, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And friendship all
Mm.
became my friends, and
Yes.
we support and friendship. I think they
They are
come together.
together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they become my friends, and I hope I am their friend. From my heart, I'm their friends, and I'm looking forward to help whenever they need my help,
Yes.
not otherwise.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't know if it's a benefit, but
Mm-hmm.
another thing what came was love, lot of love,
Mm. Yes. Yes. Yes.
and that means the world.
Yes. Exactly. I totally agree with you. Because
Only following this course,
only
this
following this
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I followed the group, the learning on group, because at that time wasn't available one-to-one course, online
Uh-huh.
course,
Uh-huh.
and um long ago before me
Uh-huh.
was, I remember it was on video cassette, videotape.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
Yes.
for groups as well at the
Uh-huh.
beginning, but
Uh-huh.
it was not only direct interaction with
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
group. It was a small group, not so big, but
Uh-huh.
now I can I can tell we are part of a huge family, a huge community, network, whatever, and I can feel this love put inside the act of treating. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's important for patients. It's
Yes.
unvaluable.
Yes. Yes. I totally agree with you, and I think that this is not just a course limited, as you say, to the knowledge, limited to get information and study. I think that is a course that gives you the opportunity, as you said, of a community. It's a course that teach you about inner, this deep search, this deep growing. This is, I don't know if I am like going beyond, but I think that is something with yourself, something very very deep, very very related with our personal growing, because Professor, as you know, Professor Vithoulkas is a person. For me, a very wisdom, a very wise person with a lot of wisdom. So I have learned a lot, not only about homeopathy, but also about spirituality,
Exactly,
about
exactly.
this deep search, this way of help people, this way of service people, and this is something that I think that has not price, is invaluable,
Valuable.
invaluable. Yes, because it's a gift for me. All the e-learning course and all that I have learned, it has been a real gift for my life. I ha-
And you
uh,
cannot put this on the paper, on some
exactly.
slides. This is
Yes.
added value of this
Yes.
e-learning course,
Yes.
which cannot be quantified
Yes. And
on hours of learning, on, I don't know, you cannot can quantify on words, on the
yes,
paper, or hours of
exactly.
learning, like I said.
Hmm.
This is on another level,
Hmm.
but absolutely necessary to develop ourselves.
Yes.
This was the reason I said love was a benefit,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
because it was artificial, because
Hmm.
it was inside that course and not promoted. Let's
Yeah,
say.
yeah, exactly. It's something, I think, natural. It's something
Yeah,
authentic.
exactly.
The Juan Garcia from Spain. If you are over there, Juan, I send you a
Hi,
big hug.
Juan.
And he also makes this kind of, of jokes with me, because he says that I am very lucky because I am very young and I had this gift from a very young age about the course about homeopathy. And
He's
I
right. It's not a
and I
joke.
no, some jokes that he does about that, but this is real. I know that this is real. And he says, you are imagine you are going to do when you have my age, for example. Imagine you are going to be in another planet or something like that. He makes these kind of jokes, but I always tell him that I don't think that there is like a limit on the age to receive this gift, because I have had the opportunity to help students in Spanish language that has 60 years old, 65 years old, and they are starting to study homeopathy. And this really makes me happy, because these people are going to have this gift, even when they are this age, or even when they have more things to do. Inside of them there is this this way of looking for something else. They still have the opportunity to look for something that really will help them, not only in their health, but also in their minds. So I think that there is no limit to receive this help and to go through this line of the science of homeopathy, you know. Very good. So
I
let's
fully agree
go.
with you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go
Tamara.
forward.
Tamara Romains, she says there is no better homeopathic education than with Professor Vithoulkas and IACH. It is the best. It is the best. And Tamara Romaini also says, I agree with Cristina very strongly. Very beautifully said, Cristina.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Tamara.
much, Tamara. Daskal Corina says, congratulations. Thank you, dear Daskal. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
being
Corina.
Okay, so the next question is about an impressive case cured by you. It says, could you please describe shortly an impressive case cured by you?
Well, first of all, I am
Uh-huh.
100% sure
Mhm.
um, I am not the one doing the cure, the
Okay,
healing. Okay,
okay, okay.
the patient's availability and
Mhm.
openness to
Mhm.
receive what classical homeopathy can provide,
Mhm.
and them doing the best of it are
Mhm.
essential.
Mhm.
Everything I'm doing it's to channel what I've learned from my teachers, starting with Samuel Hahnemann.
Okay,
So this is all I am doing.
okay,
About the case, there I think there are a lot of impressive,
okay.
more impressive for them than for us,
First.
because for us there already normality in impressiveness. But I remember one of my first cases.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was not my first one, my
Uh-huh.
first case
Uh-huh.
treated. It was a lady, 40 in her 40s, who had pneumonia year after year.
Mhm.
A friend of mine, she complained about this situation many years before I started to study materia medica.
Uh-huh.
She was on homeopathic treatment at that
Mhm.
time,
Mhm.
but as soon as pneumonia arrived, she should go back on antibiotics because cannot nothing cannot provide cure for her.
Uh-huh.
And that time, I remember I was attending a lecture
Uh-huh.
uh, about stramonium with Professor Vithoulkas,
Mhm.
and it was this is it,
Mm.
because I remember uh, listening Professor. I remember her telling me how afraid is she about dark,
Okay.
not and not first of all was she couldn't stand to have water on her face, not
Uh-huh.
even on the shower, not
Uh-huh.
even washing her face. She never washed her face
Uh-huh.
with water because she was
For
very
the
afraid.
okay.
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 uh,
Wow.
Never slept without a light on,
Mhm.
and this was in fact the final straw for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
She fought and
Uh-huh.
beat three
Uh-huh.
guys, big
Uh-huh.
guys, colleagues of her, after
Uh-huh.
they attacked her with empty hands and no training.
Wow.
When I heard this, I said, "This is Tramonium.
Yes. Yes.
This is
This is a
Tramonium."
Stramonium case. Yes. Of course.
And I asked her if she consent to have some stramonium 200C, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Never
And
have
then,
another pneumonia.
yes. Wow.
And
Yes.
this was for me was more impressive at that time,
Yes.
because
Yes.
it was like, um, I remember the rule, uh,
Mm-hmm.
everything in excess, in too much or too little,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
it's pathogeny.
Yes. Yes.
Jealousy, it's okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but not on extreme side.
Yes.
Okay, it's normal to be anger or to be
But
afraid, but not
mm-hmm.
on this.
Yes, on this
So
level, yes.
yeah, for me was, at that time was impressive, and I think was another reason to
To keep
keep going
learning.
on
Yes.
this path, because was another confirmation of what I can do.
Yes, absolutely agree. Thank you very much for sharing with us this case. And let's go to our two final questions. And here I am going to please ask to the public if they have some questions for dear Cristina. Please write them on the chat box. This is the time because sometimes there is a little bit gap on the transmission. So if you have some questions right now, this is the time to write them, please. Okay. So next to one of my favorite questions about it says, could you please sorry is this is the question that I just told you. It says the question about the five women. Could you please share with us five one woman that has that a homeopath woman that was very like inspired you, that was very important for you.
Okay. One and another one
Uh-huh.
are my esteemed friends and teachers, Sima
Uh-huh.
Mahesh and Latika Jagi,
Jackie. Okay.
because for their continuous, successful, and humble
Yes.
teaching of
Yes.
classical homeopathy.
Yes.
Namaste.
I
Yes, Sima
yes,
and Latika.
I sorry.
Yes, please.
I totally agree with you. This is something that also for me has been a motivation that has been for me like an impulse to keep going learning, as you say, because of their humble way of teaching, because they, even when they are very successful women, they teach us about the way of keep the feet on their land, on this way of be humble, of being passionate, of keep this this way of stay strong, but also have the equilibrium, the I don't remember the word, but this way,
Balance.
balance, exactly, the balance in your life, in your practice, in your, and I always tell this to the homeopaths that I invite to these sessions, because unfortunately I, during all my career, I just had like five or six women that were practicing homeopathy. By that time they were teaching me in the university, and all most of the teachers were men. So I wanted to like raise also this awareness about homeopathy in women, that it can be a great career for them. And I see Dr. Latika, and I see Dr. Sima, and of course I see Maria Koreanopoulou, that are three women that I admire a lot. And I see them, and for me are like a very strong impulse. I see them and I think, when I grow up, I want to be like them, because I really admire them. I think that they have had to work a lot, and they have had to be to of course they have had their moments of very deep search, and but right now I see them and I think that they are like in the top. They are in the and if they are over there also, I really really send them a big hug, because all of the teachings, not only about homeopathy but also about life, about all the motivation of the teachings about life. So um I am going to also read the comments. Mirella Dancy says, keep going on. Thank you, dear Mirella. And Tamara Romain says, thank you both for your love and contributions to a better, kinder world. Thank you very much, dear
Thank you,
Tamara.
Laura.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so next, let's go on with our next question. And it says,
Only two? You asked me for?
for you can keep you can keep
I
for
don't want to
an
stop. I don't want to
uh,
stop because I was thinking, and
okay,
because
okay,
I have another teacher in homeopathy to
okay,
which
with
who I respect a lot, is Cristina
okay,
Horvat, from
yes,
United States, with Romanian roots,
yes,
uh, who is implementing classical homeopathy in United States.
okay,
Another
okay,
one is my good friend Silvia Vasile, Dr. Silvia
yes,
Vasile from Romania, and
yes,
I admire her a lot for her work as a
okay,
homeopath in Romania, for her coordination in as a e-learning course,
uh-huh, uh-huh,
and for translating uh, all the books of George Vithoulkas, all
uh-huh.
the books.
Yes, right now
And
I am
and more than 30 another titles from
uh-huh,
big masters of homeopathy like Hahnemann, Nash, Kent, Fatak,
uh-huh,
and so
uh-huh,
on.
uh-huh,
And you have on the screen the link to the library where you can find all her books, all the translated books in Romanian.
uh-huh,
And soon, uh, not only science of homeopathy is already under printing,
okay,
but it will be available from her workstation,
uh-huh,
Anxiety and Jealousy as well, another
okay,
book. And
okay,
I think with that one, everything is translated and available for Romanian readers.
okay,
So I have a lot to thank, and
for
um,
now,
to thank her from this point of view.
yes,
And I think I have another one. There are a lot, many others,
wonderful.
including not only Maria Corianopoulou, who is a very special woman and
Yes,
very strong and
yes,
dedicated and
yes,
special. Even
Yes.
you are my on my
Uh,
list, but the fifth
thank you.
one and not the
Thank.
least. I remember my desk mate from
Okay.
Anonisos,
Uh-huh.
Deepa Desai from
Okay.
Singapore,
Oh, okay.
who is so dedicated, and it's a very special person.
Okay. Okay.
Having as a background her love and respect for
Mm-hmm.
life, and
Mm-hmm.
for patients.
Okay.
Namaste, Deepa. Miss you.
Uh, Wonderful, and really, I really appreciate that you have added to all these special moments for you. I really appreciate your words about me.
I have a long list. I told you I have a lot
Yes.
of friends.
Thank
And in
you. Thank
Romania,
you.
there are a lot of wonderful
Wonderful.
women homeopaths working
Mm-hmm.
in this field.
Okay, thank you. And also, I would like to share with you that I invite people to this channel. I invite people that I admire. So I also,
Thank you,
you,
thank you. I told you you are on my list, but I said, okay, I will not speak about you because it's visible. Okay, I really
thank you.
admire you for your stubbornness, almost to keep going no matter of the what the other from traditional point of view, let's say,
Yes,
are
yes.
saying. Okay, and for
Thank
your
you.
help.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I will be always available to help, and don't you just ask, because I this is something that I have learned in homeopathy, that when you help people, this is something that it becomes like in a thing that become that grows. When you help someone, this person will help another person, and this person, and I think that this
Give
is
it
something. Yeah,
forward.
exactly. This is something that I have learned throughout homeopathy also, about the service to the people, about being also that we as human beings are here to, of course, discover ourselves, but also we are here for service, for serving humanity. So this is also that I try to keep in my mind when I am lost, or when I am with my mind in in some things that are not right. So thank you very much for your words, and let's go to our next and final questions from my side. And it says the e-learning course is offered with subtitles in Romanian language. What is your opinion about e-learning course? It is helpful for people to study an online course, and I am going to share my. Sorry, I am going to add here the link for the people who might be interested. Sorry, I would like to add also the comments from Dr. Latika. She says, "Awesome, dear Cristina, and great efforts, dear Fair." She says, "You both are so lovable." Thank you very much, dear Latika. I don't know if you were here when we were talking about you, but we really admire you a lot. We really are very happy to learn from you. You are a very wonderful woman and a very special woman, and you have teach us about, not also about homeopathy, but also about this kindness that is in your heart. So you have this light that also inspire us.
Our love, our love, Latika.
Thank you very much, dear Latika. So let's go to know the
So I can answer your question about the learning online course, learning with subtitles. Of course, it's very very helpful,
Mhm,
and I hope there are pro and cons for
mhm,
everything.
mhm,
Of course, it's very, or it seems very lonely to
mhm,
stay only in front of the laptop, but you can stay at home on your schedule and follow the course and ask the questions every time. Will be somebody there to answer you
mhm,
to your questions in your language,
mhm,
because you said it's with Romanian subtitle and not only with subtitle, with
mhm,
support in Romanian as well.
mhm,
It's an easy access, and I I can recommend, and I can tell it's a huge value. A friend of mine, not with us anymore, told me many years ago,
mhm,
uh, everything you have and you cannot give to your children or whatever is what you know, it's your education.
mhm,
So as long as you learn something, you can be more able, more knowledgeable, efficient, and you can help more people. It's a plus, it's an added value.
mhm,
And yes, it's it's fantastic because there are almost 100 hours, if I remember well, on
mhm,
that course. So
uh-huh.
it's huge. It's
Yes,
huge,
yes.
and no expenses related to traveling, accommodation, whatever, because you are taking this course back home.
Yes.
Again, except that interaction, but you can come on the island, I hope, or at the webinars,
Mhm,
and interact with the others. We are all
mhm,
there for each student,
mhm,
no matter if they are following online course, the group
mhm,
sessions, or even the seminars on
mhm,
the island, or on the webinars. Okay,
mhm,
and now even the continuing education session.
mhm.
Again, you can learn a lot from there, but for this, for go there, you have to finish the course and to know what
Yes,
we are discussing, because it's a fine tuning there. To go
yes.
there in the fine tuning, first go to e-learning course.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, dear Christina, for sharing with us this point of view. I totally agree with you. Also, there is a question that it was made in the question box that I opened at Instagram, and it says about how important do you think research is for classical homeopathy?
Uh, Research is a scarecrow for most of the practitioners,
Uh-huh.
because it means discipline, it means a lot of work, a lot of reading,
Yes.
um, statistical for
Yes.
many.
Yes.
And for clinical practitioners, they are overwhelmed by a
Mhm.
flood of patients with so many complaints,
Yes.
with a lot of paperwork for bureaucracy, for
Yes.
administrative forums, and so ever.
Uh-huh.
But my personal belief, it's crucial. Research is
Mhm.
crucial.
Mhm.
because we need not only for those who are teaching, not only for those who are doing research improvings for materia medica. It's
Mhm.
important for all of us to communicate, to tell the people from in medical journals,
Mhm.
as I said at the beginning. I'm
Mhm.
sure there are a lot of experience in other countries, but they didn't write, they didn't communicate what they know.
Mhm.
Without research, without that precision in
Mhm.
writing down every each symptom, reaction, whatever,
Mhm.
uh, we cannot be visible.
Mhm.
I think this is the only way for classical homeopathy to go forward.
Yes.
It's my opinion. I don't
Yes.
know if
I
I I know a lot of colleagues, medical doctors, who said research.
yes.
No way. Okay,
Yes.
come on. It's not so okay. I am a little bit fastidious, and I like to write down everything. Even when I'm having a conversation, I take notes. Um, it's not so bad.
Yes.
It's
No,
important.
I think that actually is a very passionate journey through research. One of my well, as you may know, I am studying in Mexico City, and one of my roomies, he's studying in the hospital a high specialty in gynecologic and a lot of things. He is a very prepared man, but he was telling me that he does not know. He's not a homeopath, he's a medical doctor, but he was saying that he does not know how to develop a mind to become a researcher, because he say that I don't have mind for that. I think that is so difficult than the research for us, for the medical doctors. And I was telling him that no, actually you have to find first something that really it really gets your attention, that really is very interesting for you. If you don't find this line of research, and you don't find this, it will be actually very difficult, because you will need a lot of study, a lot of analytics, statistics, and a lot of things. So my advice for those who are interested in study research about homeopathy is first find something that really passionates you, that really gets you, like this trembling inside, that really gets a lot of your heart. In other way, it will be very, very difficult. So
And what about sharing? What
mhm,
if you find something very interesting?
mhm,
You get that information, it's you are trembling inside,
mhm,
but
mhm.
you don't have enough info to share that case, to share that
Yes, and
experience.
knowledge. Yes.
And I
Mm,
think it's important to
mhm.
share.
Yes, exactly.
Otherwise, we'll,
It will
we'll
be
still have the old school. We'll be
exactly.
all on the old school, all
Mhm,
the principles, not only homeopathy.
mhm,
Yes, it's difficult, but if you don't need to start a consultation thinking I will research this. No,
mhm,
you just keep this is for me. This
mhm.
is what I'm doing. Keep
Mhm.
all observation close, put in some notes, and
Exactly.
when you need it, just go there. It will be
Mm,
useful even in a follow up, no
uh-huh.
matter what
Yes.
kind of practice you have. I told you I need to work as in traditional and homeopathy
Mhm.
in parallel, never together,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
could be mixed and not valued properly
Mhm. Mhm.
otherwise.
Mhm.
And I just keep that information,
Mhm.
even, I don't know, an advice I gave,
Yes.
not quite homeopathically, but one advice. I put it there. In that date, I ask him to do that, no matter.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's very easy for me to come back and see, okay, have you done this?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes or no? And we'll go further. So
Exact.
for me, it's not a scarecrow for me, but yes, it's important. It's
Mhm.
very important. I
Totally
put it there.
agree. Totally agree. Is I think that this also we can find a lot of opportunities in research for homeopathy in this in right now and in the future. You know, and I would like to add also that Sylvia from Romania, she says that she cannot write on the chat box, but she sent us a lot of hugs.
Hi,
And
Sylvia.
hi, hello, Sylvia. Thank you for being here. Dr. Latika Jagi also says, "You see what yourself are from inside. So your inner goodness and kindness see me with the same beautiful heart." Thank you very much, dear Latika, for being here, for your support, for your light. And she says, with this, I just want to say that all the positivity is because of our teacher, Professor Vithoulkas, shows us the path of purity and hard work in this divine science. Thank you for
Very
this.
true.
Yes, very true. Thank you for this beautiful comment, dear Latika, and for being here. And Tamara Romain also says, I agree with you, dear Latika. Thank you, dear Latika, for these words. Okay, so this is the final. These are the final comments of our live session. I don't see any questions, any other questions for the public. So I am going to say thank you very much, dear Cristina. Thank you very much for what you have shared with us. Thank you very
I
much for.
thank you. I thank you very much for having me, for having this chat, not only interview, but it was very nice. And thank you, all of you who were with us all almost 1.5 hours. So thank you being
Yes,
here
thank you.
on
Thank you.
Saturday evening.
Yes, thank you for all the participants, to all their comments, for sharing the content that we made, and I really hope to meet you in person, to meet you and be in touch, because you are a very enthusiastic woman. You have this also inner way of keep forward in homeopathy, of keep learning, and very interesting, very wonderful. And this was
I'm
a
looking
one.
forward to meet you as well.
Thank you,
Believe
thank
me.
you, thank you very much. Okay, so see you in the next interview. We will keep sharing in social media when is going to be the next interview, and also you can share in the comments who would you like to see here in our next interview. I really would like to see your comments. And that's it for today. Thank you very much, for dear Cristina. See you in the
Thank you too.
next interview. Bye
See
bye.
you. See
See
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.